What's up everyone, Darcblade here with an information video regarding this week's limited bounties and event quests in Monster Hunter World. This is for both PC and console versions of the game, and is for the week starting the 15th of March 2019. Now we don't have a ton of new stuff to do this week, although there are quite a few activities. Kulve Taroth is returning for all platforms of the game, and PC players still have another week of taking on Arch-Tempered Lunastra. But anyway, first we'll go into details on what we have this week for console. First, the limited bounties. They have 4 of them. First is an ecology survey to hunt Brute Wyvern. Brute Wyvern include Anjanath, Baroth, Uragan, Radaban and Deviljho. And for taking 3 of them down at high or low rank, you'll get research points and some armor spheres. Next is another ecology survey to slay Kiran. We have to hunt down 4 of these elder dragons, but it can be at high or low rank. And for doing so you get research points, an armor sphere plus, and a steel Wyverian print. Next is a general 9-star rank limited bounty to clear 5 quests at this specific rank. 9-star quests are normally endgame quests or tempered monsters. And for doing so, you'll get research points, some hard armor spheres and a silver Wyverian print. And then finally is the general limited bounty to complete all of this week's other limited bounties. And for doing so, you get research points, a gold Wyverian print that can be exchanged for certain monster gems at the Elder Melder, and a golden egg that can be exchanged for Zenny. So that's about it for the limited bounties. Not too difficult, although it may take you a while to get them all done. However, what have we got in terms of event quests? Well, first is the Fury of El Dorado. This is the Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth. This can be found up in the Gathering Hub and requires all players involved to drive back Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth. And as a reward, you'll get loot from a specific pool of weapons. However, what weapon you get is purely down to RNG, which is one of my pet peeves with Monster Hunter World, unfortunately. But nonetheless, the option is there for those who still want to farm the weapons from her. But what about normal event quests? Well, we have 5 of them this week on console. First is the Wicked Wildspire Warfare. This is a 5-star low rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 8 or higher. This has players taking on a Diablos and 2 Baroth in the special arena. And then upon completion of this quest, you'll be rewarded with quite a few armor spheres, although these are normally the lower ranked armor spheres. Next is Kiran the Myth, a 5-star low rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 8 or higher. This has players taking on 2 Kiran in the Coral Highlands. There's nothing special about rewards for this quest, but this is a nice way to get the Kiran limited bounty done for consoles this week. Next is Rock'n'Roll Recess, a 7-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 13 or higher. This has players taking on all the monsters associated with the Elder's Recess bar Elder Dragons. So that's Dodogama, Uragan, Lavasioth and Aziraphos. And for taking this quest on, you'll have an increased chance of finding large or small gold crowns for all these monsters involved. Next is Snow and Cherry Blossoms, a 9-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 30 or higher. This has players taking on a Tempered Pink Rathian and Tempered Legiana in the Coral Highlands. And for taking and completing this quest, you'll receive bonus hunter rank points as your reward. And then finally is the Throne Taker, a 9-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 50 or higher. This has players taking on a Tempered Nergigante, Tempered Lunastra and Tempered Teostra in the Elder's Recess. Nothing too special in terms of rewards, but this is a quest for bragging rights. So there we have it, those are the event quests and limited bounties we have on console this week. But what about PC players? Well, first, the limited bounties for PC. There are 4 of them. First is an ecology survey to hunt Great Jagras. We have to hunt 3 of them, and it can be at high or low rank. And for taking 3 of these fanged wyverns down, you'll get research points and some armor spheres. Next is an ecology survey to hunt Brute Wyverns. We have to hunt 4 of them, and once again it can be at high or low rank. As I mentioned before, Brute Wyverns include Anjanath, Baroth, Radaban, Uragan and Deviljho. Anyway, for taking 4 of them down, you'll get research points and some armor spheres. Next is a general 9-star rank limited bounty to clear 5 quests at this specific rank. As I already mentioned, 9-star rank quests are normally endgame hunts or tempered monsters. Anyway, for taking 5 of these quests on, you'll get research points, some hard armor spheres and a silver Wyverian print. And then finally is the general limited bounty to complete all of this week's other limited bounties, and for doing so you get research points, a gold Wyverian print that can be exchanged for certain monster gems at the Elder Melder, and a silver egg that can be exchanged for Zenny. So that's about it for the limited bounties for PC. What about event quests? Well, they actually have more than console this week. First is the Banquet in the Earthen Hall, which is the normal Kulve Taroth. Unfortunately, PC players do not have access to Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth at the moment, but should you miss any of the normal Kulve Taroth weapons, this is an opportunity to maybe farm them a little bit before the loot pool gets even more diluted with the introduction of Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth. You can take part in this by going up to the Gathering Hub and starting the siege there. But what about normal event quests? Well, there are 6 of them. First is the Poison Posse, a 5-star low rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 8 or higher. This has players taking on all the monsters associated with the poison ailment. So Puke, Rathian and Rathalos. This all takes place in the Ancient Forest. Unfortunately, there's no real reward for taking this quest on, although it's a nice way to farm low rank materials from these monsters involved. Next is the Triple Threat Throwdown, a 6-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 13 or higher. This has players taking on a Great Jagras, Great Gyros and Dodogama in this special arena, and upon completion of this quest you'll get quite a few decorations, which are jewels, as your rewards. Unfortunately, these are normally the low ranking decorations. Next is Rolling with the Uragan, a 7-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 13 or higher. This has players taking on 2 Uragan in the Elder's Recess, and for completing this quest you'll get quite a few armor spheres, and these are normally the higher ranking armor spheres too. So a good quest if you need to upgrade your armor. Next is the Wildspire Bolero, a 7-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 13 or higher. This has players taking on all the monsters associated with the Wildspire Waste. So that's Kuliaku, Baroth, Diratodas, Rathian and Diablos. And for taking this quest on, you'll have an increased chance of finding these monsters at the large or small gold crown size. Anyway, next is a Nose for an Eye, a 9-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 30 or higher. This has players taking on a Tempered Anjanath and Tempered Azure Rathalos in the Ancient Forest, and upon completion of this quest you'll get bonus hunter rank points as your reward. And then finally is When Blue Dust Surpasses Red Lust. This is a 9-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 50 or higher. This has players taking on an Arch-Tempered Lunastra in the Elder's Recess, and upon completion of this quest you'll get Lunastra tickets that can be used to craft the Empress Gamma armor set. So there we have it, those are the limited bounties and event quests on PC. As I said, lots of activities still to do. It's a shame that Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth hasn't arrived on PC yet, but hopefully it's not too far away. Don't forget that next week PC players will be getting access to Arch-Tempered Zora Magdaros, so that's something to look forward to. But anyway, what are your thoughts on this week's activities? Leave a comment down below, and until next time, I've been Darcblade, bringing you an information video regarding this week's limited bounties and event quests in Monster Hunter World. Hope you enjoyed the little video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.